There are formulas these banks use, and I don't care how good your story is. I don't care how much an investment makes sense. Bottom line is, when you need business money, they're not going to lend the business money. They're going to make you guarantee it personally. And when you don't need it, they'll lend you everything you could possibly need. But how do you get yourself in that situation where the banks will lend your business money instead of lending you money? Hey y'all, and welcome to the Cash Flow Podcast, where we're going to talk about everything related to the money in your small business. I'm your host, Pam, and without further ado, we're going to jump right into our episode. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about 3 things to do to help your business credit score. So this one's a little bit weird because what you'll often find when you're going to borrow money is that the banks want to know all about your personal credit score and they want personal guarantees. And that's all true. And that's going to last for a pretty long time until a business has had 3 or 4 really good solid years of positive cash flow. There are formulas these banks use, and I don't care how good your story is. I don't care how much an investment makes sense. Bottom line is, when you need business money, they're not going to lend the business money. They're going to make you guarantee it personally. And when you don't need it, they'll lend you everything you could possibly need. But how do you get yourself in that situation where the banks will lend your business money instead of lending you money? We're going to cover 3 things you can do to really help that time come a lot faster for you. So the first is, you want to make sure that you have the credit cards in the business name. It's okay to use your personal credit cards for the business, but if you can get a credit card in the business name, this really helps because it starts getting the name out there into the credit bureaus. And what will happen is, just the same as for your personal credit, if you end up getting the credit card and say there's a $10,000 limit on it, and you keep the utilization of that card, meaning how much you spend on it or keep on it as a balance, down to, $1,000 or $2,000, that gets you what's called a good utilization rate. And when banks are thinking about lending businesses money, they're going to look at that utilization rate. So that's the first thing. Get credit cards in the business's name, use them, keep a relatively low balance on them. The second thing you can do is when you use suppliers or contractors or you buy things from vendors, regardless of what kind of business you are, ask the supplier or vendor if they report your payment habits to the credit bureaus. And to the extent you get people who do, tell them that you want yours reported. Because what this does is start to build up a history for your business so that when you go to ask for money and the banks or the underwriters, as they're called, look up your business name, they're going to see, oh, wow, this person pays all sorts of bills in the name of the business using business credit cards that we did in step number 1. So that's the second thing. Go ahead and ask your vendors, ask your suppliers if they'll report your payment history. And the third thing is, just like for personal stuff, pay it on time on a regular basis. Note I did not say pay it early. Listen to my other podcasts on cash flow. I forget the episode number, but never pay your bills early, but pay them on time. That history will build up much faster when you pay attention to those 3 things for you, and you're much more likely to be able to get debt in the name of your business instead of you having to sign off on it. So really too, just a little side note, this also works for your personal credit. These 3 things are just as important for your personal credit. So keep in mind that until your business can borrow, you can borrow on your own personal name and use that money for the business. But let me rehash this. You do want to be able to get money lent to your business as early as possible, just to get yourself out of the way, really, and not have to be liable for all those debts. The first thing you want to do is get credit cards, 1 or 2 in the business name, and just keep the balance on there low. Either pay it off each month or just keep a low kind of hum there, like a 5-10% of the total credit line as an ongoing balance. Second thing, use suppliers and vendors who will report your payment history to the credit bureaus for you. And the third thing is, pay the bills on time. Pretty straightforward, very much like our own personal finances. Hey, be sure to drop a question, comment, rating, subscribe, anything that might help us continue to help you with these tips. Take care.
I hope that video was helpful, and I hope you subscribe to my channel for more information on finances in your business.